Hello, everyone. Uh, Personally, I'm glad that it's easy for everyone to start the new experience as it requires no additional exercise, diets, laws, dogmas, scientific approach. And any teaching, by the way, is started in its purity. And for example, like Christianity or Islam, 300 years later, it gains an awful amount of Talmud's books, additional rules and regulations, so the teaching becomes too complicated to step up. And personally, I'm tired of different teachings, and with New You, I can get real understanding without literalistic mental constructions of any teaching that only makes you feel that you know something. But I prefer to recognize the true isness uh, instead of ending up in the sophisticated wisdom of any teachings. Thank you.
That was very good, Anton. Yes, thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, it's I really enjoy this. The best part for me, for the personal side, and realistically, is that seeing like yourself and others, just having some understanding of this. And guess what? What you're seeing is very minute. There's so much more that even gets better. And yes, there are no restrictions with anything in life. Those are just things we make. And in the physical sense, yes, we do things accordingly. I'm restricted. I have to deal with restrictions. This is how the physical is. But it's okay. Okay, we can handle it. So, I got to wash my clothes and pay the rent, do these things. And I do that. But the intent is to do that so that the world can know what I'm doing. And see, here you are, which is so cool. So what I've done, according to you and others, I see that as real success, because now you have the chance to decide for yourself. Again, and this is what the boys do, the real guys, they support each other. And so I take the risk to support all of you. I take that risk every day. Yes, it's a risk-taking position. And who else will step up and take the risk to do the same thing? That's all you've got. You take the risk or you don't. You see? But all of a sudden, I see the benefit of taking the risk. And I usually take the beating and have to deal with it. This is just how it is, just like a mother with her children. And so I don't see people as my children. I don't see that at all. Actually, I put them before me. I really do. Because again, I'm really nothing. I want nothing. I don't, again, there is no me. Because I've decided that. There is only the isness. Life is bigger than me. But I do have this little self here. So again, I appreciate you stepping up and how you say this. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to see people from all over the world understand something instead of just taking in the knowledge and doing the same old routines they've always done and adding to the demise of the world. Does that make sense? For the most part, most people don't take a look at what they're doing. What are they realistically doing here? They're surviving until when? Until they can't remember they were here? That's real. And how many times have we done that? So here's something that gives you the chance that it is making sense, and you see within yourself it is working for those that are really doing it. You see that it is working. But again, that is your experience. That's your part to recognize this reality. That is your part. So in the beginning, you might say in a way it's kind of a blind faith. But really it isn't, but we'll just use that term for the literal mind. It's like, okay, I'll just kind of trust to see where this goes, whatever. But at some point, usually the personal self comes in and it's like, you know what? I don't want anything to do with this anymore. It's just too far. It's too whatever. That's because as the individual on the real side starts to, get to the deep, dark border and see that, whoa, gee, where is this leading me to? And what is beyond the deep dark border into the isness itself, this is where very few people, and in the personal self reflects, this is where very few people get that far. They usually step back. And in book 2, I wrote about this with my former girlfriend, who I'd been with almost 30 years. And when it got to that point, she stepped back, she went back. And this is very real, because I've seen her on the real side. I would say she's already into her future lifetimes. And I've seen her shrink on the real side. So again, a person can say, well, gee, that's illusion or whatever. Well, okay, I can say that too. But, she's on her own journey. It's her choice, and that's how it was. So I wanted to continue on, just like my former wife, etc. I wanted to continue on, and they didn't. And so it's a choice. And that's the part where, you're not alone, but you must walk it alone. And just like if you were on a baseball team, when you're up to bat, you're standing there by yourself. Even though everybody's around you, you got the bat in your hand, and it's like, let's see what you can do. And this is what it is for each of us. But what are you up there? What are you up there for? Are you going to hit a home run, or are you going to strike out? And because it's easier to strike out, it's really tough to hit a home run or even get on base. And what would you be doing that for? Would you be doing it for yourself so the audience applauds? Or would you be doing it for your team? You see, because you're part of the team. What is it? Are you for yourself? Or are you for the team? Or are you for everybody? So it's a choice we make, isn't it? And guess what? Life sees that. But you decide. So nobody polices anybody. Everybody simply makes decisions. So I choose to stand real with the boys the best that I can. I'm not perfect by no means. There is no such thing. The isness is perfect. Life is complete. I just do the best I can, because I'm just this little awareness, doing what I'm doing, and I'm just doing my part. Again, it's privilege. Me, I see it as a privilege, and I'm grateful. So again, I'm grateful for all of those of you that have stepped up and support what I'm doing, because this is all I do, and I'm very sincere, and you can see it on the real side, or you don't. But again, everything shows up on the real side. I always tell people, go to the real side and see what Dwayne is doing. What is he doing there? Okay, am I fooling around? And am I playing poker? Am I chasing the women? What am I doing? But realistically, this is all I do. And every night I go through it too with people and dealing with situations. But it's okay, because I am grateful. I'm always grateful to know this, because eventually, just like a fog in the sun, at some point it'll all dissipate. And there will be others that will, you might say, come up after me, and they'll deal with whatever. So we all progress. But I want to get better and better at what I do, so that I am able to present a better view, and for more individuals, because I see, just like a mother with children, her whole focus is on the children, and it is to see those children see her, that being to being. That's the reality of all. That's everything. It really is beyond love, beyond emotions and sensations. These things are really very secondary to the reality life is. So, yeah, it sounds like I'm preaching here, but realistically, what I'm saying is that this is all to your benefit. That's where you come in and do it. You're not doing it for me, you're doing it for yourself. But at the same time, as you step up, guess what? This is what I see. I do this for everyone. This is what I do for everyone. I'm always here. And dealing with it, it's fine. And the literal world, it's all fine. I like the challenge. I like making the deals. I really do. It's fun.